Good morning and welcome to this week's vlog. This week, I don't really know what we're doing, but it's going to be kind of a day-by-day basis. Today is Monday, April 27th. So yesterday I had a workshop at the library. It was really fun. I filmed a bunch of it. I actually got like 10 minutes of footage from everything, which is pretty wild for me. When I asked participants kind of at the very beginning, I was like, does anybody mind if I film? And then I was like, my goal is not to get your face in it, like that's my goal, and I will edit all the faces out, because in my experience sometimes people do consent to being on camera right away, and then once it's posted later they're like, oh, I didn't want that, can you take it down? And so I just generally try not to get other people in my shots unless they are very okay with being on camera and won't care. So I really am trying to be careful about that. It was a really good workshop. At the very beginning, at 1 o'clock when it started, so it was from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Sunday, April 26th. And first person showed up about 20 minutes early, then people kind of staggered in. When we started our spiels at 1 o'clock, it was 8 people in the room. Slowly, 4 more people within the next 20 minutes came in. And so we had a total of 12 people. At the hour mark, so like when the clay was already in the oven, 2 more people walked in, and unfortunately we had to turn them away. I hate turning people away for a workshop, but the reality is I only get that room for so long, and I have to be packed up and out of there by a certain time. And if we're gonna make it all work and be honestly equitable to everybody, like if I stopped everybody else from baking and I was like, if I told, because I told one lady that showed up when there was like 20 minutes left in the clay time, I was like, you got to be quick because of this. So the way my workshops work are the first 45 minutes we work with clay. At the 45-minute mark, I take the tray for the toaster oven and I walk around and I gather all the pieces. And I do that at the 45-minute mark because it still takes about 10 minutes to go around the table and gather all the pieces, because people forgot to poke holes for the jewelry. People, that's people's number one thing, is they're like, oh, I forgot to poke holes. And I was like, it's not like I said it 30 times, but just like being a teacher in a K through 12, you repeat yourself all the time in a workshop. I'm never mad that I have to repeat myself, but I'm just like, especially the people that have done it before, I was like, you don't remember everything. It's fine. I did have a couple repeat people for the workshop. I love doing the workshop at the library because it's free for attendees, but I get paid from a grant, so I don't have to charge them, and yet I still get a pretty decent pay afterward. Well, the tray was beautiful. It was fun colors. Like, I think there was every color on that tray, which is always the goal, is that people have fun. I have my post-op appointment. So surgery was not last Friday, but the Friday before. So it's been a little over a week since surgery, so I have to do my post-op. We're gonna see if I'm cleared to go back to work. If I am, then I will be starting to go back to work tomorrow on Tuesday. And I was pretty upfront with my boss. I was like, where I'm at right now, I cannot actually do a full day of work. But I know I'm running out of PTO. We're all checked in at the doctor. We're just waiting on the doctor to come in. Okay, we just got out of my post-op appointment. I got cleared to go back to work. She said, kind of listen to your body, take it as easy as you can, but otherwise I'm good to go back. It was an interesting appointment. It took about 30 minutes for her to get in the room from when my appointment was scheduled. I arrived in the room about 5 minutes before my scheduled appointment, and the nurse took like 15 minutes to get in there, and the doctor took a little while, and I just kind of sat and waited for a little while because they were having some kind of like emergency and had to call the hospital and stuff. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. It's not the worst. Now we're gonna go drive to the high school that I do my student hours at, my student teaching hours, and we're gonna go observe. It is about 11:40 now, so I'm gonna get up there and see if I can at least get one class worth of observation in today. I just got back home. I went to my post-op appointment, and then I went to the high school where I do my clinical hours. I was only able to observe one class. I got 80 minutes. I think I only have 4 hours left, and I think I can get it done this week. If I go after work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I think I can do it. Over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, on Saturday, my partner went through his Lego collection again, and we posted more on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. So check out the link in the description below to see if they are still there. We posted 5 Star Wars Legos, and one already sold. We have gotten a lot of interest in another one, so I'm gonna go package those up. And then also I had a book sale on eBay, and what I do when I know I have similar items to what the person is purchasing on my eBay, Facebook, anything, I'll reach out and I'll be like, hey, thank you for the purchase. I am packaging it up soon, usually within the hour, because I don't get that much of an influx of orders that I, have more usually. Like, the fact that I have 2 in one day is actually pretty cool and pretty great. But the guy, I messaged him and he was like, oh, this is great. And he was ordering a book, and he was like, when I told him I had other books of that, of the topic, he added them all to his cart and was like, oh, the shipping's gonna be like $40-50. And I was like, I'm not gonna ship them individually and make a shipping label per thing. eBay does need to get better at grouping your shipping into one giant thing. That'd be a lot better. So I just made a custom listing for the guy and deleted all the other the books, and I was like, here you go. If he ordered all the books individually, it was going to be about $90, so I gave him $10 off. It was $80, and he paid 1 shipping fee, and then I refunded the other one to make sure he didn't pay 2 shipping. And then after that, now what we're going to do is package all the books together. Oh, I put the handwritten letter in here. Freebies are in the book too. So this is going to be the topmost thing we have. Okay. So we have the sex side of life, swimming position. I think I can do 2 or 3. I think. No, it's not going to fit all 3. A big thank you to everybody who has ordered off my eBay or my Pango recently. We're now going to take these 2 boxes down the hallway over to the front office so they can go ahead and get it ready for the mail. Today I got 80 minutes in my student teaching hours. I just looked at my log. I have 4 hours left. Okay, it is about 4:30. The author that I work with, the mystery author, he is on his way. His name's Dean Robert Holmes. He released his debut novel, and he's giving me 3 copies of it as blind dates for the book. So they will be our second blind date with a mystery author, and this will be his debut novel. I will try to take photos and stuff, do what I can, but he is on his way right now to go drop off 3 copies of his debut novel. Keep an eye out on socials or on YouTube for when that shop launches, because we're going to put some more blind dates up. Dean has stopped by and he dropped off the book. I always love the wrapping paper he uses, because like they're just perfect. And it's like, I don't know if these are specialty wrapping paper that he's designed, I don't know. But I don't know where he's finding it. But this is the blind date with his brand new book. I'll do a close-up in a minute. I'm not gonna unwrap it yet. I may do that in like another video. He He includes some freebies. They are securely in here, so I can't pull them out. The button on the front says read queer, buy queer, be queer. And then from here down, and then over here, the little stickers say, signed by a local queer trans disabled author, gender fluid bi guy wrestling with his identity, fat babe FMC with fibro, contemporary queer romance, 35 plus couple, high heat, heavy angst, happy ending, real world problems, trauma, poverty, tragedy. Sex is great, but have you tried therapy? So, let me do a close-up. This is the book. And he has it in this love wrapping paper, or this one. They're the same book. It will be listed on the website for $30. Hi, it is now Thursday, April 30th. I have not vlogged in the last couple days because things, as always, are a little bit of a lot. I got my oil changed last Friday and they were like, hey, you're leaking oil. So Tuesday I took my car in and I just got back today on Thursday. They basically, there was a crack in like the side panel or whatever in the transmission. So I pretty much got a whole new transmission. I took some of my old listings that are on my website and were on my Etsy, and either I split it up like I did with the blind dates for the book, so you can get like the horror book, the self-help, historical fiction, things like that. They're all by genre instead of all the blind dates for the book in one listing and then the mystery author one in one listing. I split it up by genre, so that's really hopefully going to make that an easier shopping experience. But then I posted all of the blind dates for the books and my book weights on my eBay and my Facebook marketplace. And in the last 2-ish days, I received 2 orders. I received an order on eBay for a book weight for the Maxi Bat book weight, which is on my website and my Etsy, where you can get it the easiest, but you can also shop the eBay down below. That is linked down below. So somebody ordered the Maxi Bat, and when people order the book weights, when they're ordering off eBay or Facebook Marketplace, I mean, this is also on my Etsy and my website where you pick the color you want, but on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, it's harder to do those variations. So when someone orders off of eBay and Facebook Marketplace, I go, what color do you want? And I always offer to show them the ones I have pre-made first, because I do tell them if I have to make it, it's going to take a little bit longer to get it out, and thankfully everybody understands. The person that ordered the Maxi Bat book weight on eBay wanted it in the purple blue color, which is really interesting how popular that color is for customs. So that's really cool. And then the person on Facebook Marketplace, they ordered the Stingray, and the Stingray, I'll show you what both these book weights look like in a minute. But the Stingray, I gave her the same offer. I was like, do you want to see the pre-made ones, or I can make any color that's on that listing? And she was like, let me see your pre-made ones. And I had 13 when I pulled them all out of the bucket. But I sent her a picture of what I had, and she wanted one that was pre-made. So she's going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and print the book weight backing cards that I made up in Canva. And then I need to unmold the book weight that I poured yesterday and sand it all the way. I want it to be able to go out in the mail tomorrow. It's possible for it to go out in the mail tomorrow. So you haven't watched any of my shorts that explain it? Instead of holding your book like this, or with your hands like that, hold it just like this. So it's like a choir book. You're holding it with your thumb, and the other four fingers are on the back of the book supporting it. Your thumb is the only thing. Because your thumb is supporting this, and this is holding it, it's putting less pressure on your thumb and in this area. And then you can kind of read yourself. You can read in bed, literally any angle you want. Or as you can see, I'm showing you the book. So let's say you're a preschool teacher, you're a daycare teacher, you want to read to your own kids. These are amazing for that. And then always when I'm packaging an order, I go into my business card box. I grab a business card and a coupon code to my website. We're going to do a look it up sticker. I'm going to choose, let's see. I'm going to choose, because I have 2 orders, so I'm going to do a bat for each of them. These are my bat stickers. I made them one year for Halloween, and they're year round now. And then in one of the orders, I'm going to put the Triceratops. I thought it was cute, like a top hat, but let me know what you think, because that one honestly doesn't sell that well. And then I grabbed 2 of these, so these say, hold on if I can get, these say magic is a wonder, and they have the triple moon with Hecate symbol in the middle, and they have 1 of each. And then we need one more thing. We need the twist ties in the bags to package everything. I'm gonna grab this bubble mailer because it's small. Book weight backing cards that I printed. Okay, so I had to go into the other room to get it, but this is the stingray style. So if you kind of look at it like this way, it kind of looks like a stingray, at least in my head. But it has these arches. So it has a curved, gentle curve of a bottom or top, really whichever way you want. This one can kind of go either way, unlike the Maxi Bat. So like this way, where it's the pointy part down with the curves up, are great for when you're reading at the beginning or the end, especially the larger book. That's great for like the beginning or end of like a larger, especially paperback. That's great. And then this way, with a gentle curve on the bottom, is great for like when you're in like the middle chunk of the book. So this one, it works the exact same way as the Maxi Bat did, but it does get to go either way. Whereas the Maxi Bat, which is this one again, as you can see, maybe as you might see, like, there's a size difference by like an inch or so. Like, it's not a huge size difference, but I would say if you have better hand grip and like you can hold just a little bit stronger and it's not going to tire you out, the Stingray is going to work really well and it's going to be more versatile. But if you have less grip strength, or maybe you really like bats, or I don't know, the wider one like the Maxi Bat is going to be better. If you can tell with the Maxi Bat, there is still curves. The book rests on these two curves. This one doesn't really do much, but the wings help hold the page down as well. So each book weight has been designed, not by me, but whoever designed them. Each book weight's designed to be very ergonomical, and like you can see, it's almost second nature grab it for me at this point. I am going to go ahead and take a picture of the Maxi Bats book weight that I poured. I'm going to send it to the customer before I go ahead and fully package it up and get it out in the mail, because I want to make sure that she's okay with the 3 row glitters. Okay, we're gonna do a little packing ASMR moment because I know people love those. So, first thing, I have heart tissue paper. So just like my gift bags, I keep everything. Packaging, boxes, everything. She said it was perfect and that she loved it. So we're gonna quickly get this packaged up. So I got some tissue paper from the other room. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up with the freebies and the handwritten note. And then I'm going to put it in there. We're gonna put the packing slip in there.